Hey guys, welcome to your Michigan Compass and happy October. Can you guys believe that fall is already here? It seems like summer just flew by this year. In today's video, I'm going to do a little Halloween shopping and hopefully get everybody into that Halloween spirit. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the Halloween decorating and creativity and scariness that I have done at my home over the years. But before we get to today's video, I do want to announce the winner of the contest from our Q&A video. Congratulations to Kevin, the Traveling Country Boy. You've won our electronic travel kit, and that includes a power bank to charge your phones, cables, Bluetooth earbuds, a Chromecast, a wall outlet charger, and a travel case. I hope you enjoy it. I'll be in touch with you very shortly. And now guys, let's get to today's video. Our first stop is Spirit Halloween. And as soon as we walk in, we're greeted with this display right here, Spirit Halloween Factory. And look at this creepy guy. Oh my gosh. He's pretty creepy. Let's see what he does. Oh my, look at that one. And over here they've got a countdown clock. Only 40 days till Halloween, can you believe that? This is kind of a cool little walkthrough. And the one thing I didn't point out is on the floor, let's see if we can aim down, they've got these cool little tiles, and they're like lava tiles. They have liquid in them, and as you step on them, the liquid inside moves around. It's pretty cool.
Time for a trick. Remember this car. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
This guy over here guarding the candy, but I'm not sure if he's working. Product testing area. Proceed with extreme caution. And we've got this guy here. I've seen him in a couple other people's videos.
You'll be perfect in no time.
That skeleton has some crazy eyes if you look real close. Kind of brings them to life, doesn't it? This is the Pumpkin Carvomatic. Pumpkins go in one side, and jack-o'-lanterns come out the other. One of the things I've done over the years is to set out a fog machine with my Halloween display, and I see that this year they have come out with a fog hose adapter kit. And what this does is it spreads the fog from your fog machine around the area where you wrap that hose so that you get fog kind of all over. So if you've got a cemetery like I do out in your front yard, you can spread that fog all around your cemetery. And I made one of these myself, but it's kind of neat to see that they're making these and selling them now. All kinds of strobe lights, black lights, and all that fun stuff. And over here, this is kind of interesting. It says research and development, and they have these blueprints of various Halloween things. And a lot of the blueprints are right here in these boxes all rolled up. And it looks like you can buy them. It's $4.99 for one of the blueprint posters. And they even have a photo opportunity right here where you can take your photo on the skeleton's head. Over here, we've got more of this Halloween factory stuff set up and more displays. Check this guy out behind the door here. Oh, now we get an inside view of the factory. Well, they're boxing up jack-o'-lanterns, it looks like. Check this guy out over here. Let's see what he does. And right down here, you've probably all seen this before. It's one of the jumping spiders. And there he goes.
Look at me, just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever!
Step right up, boys and girls. Who's next to get walloped by my hammer? Let me be the first on your block to say, Rocky Mole, club me over the head.
Never escape. I will follow you to your dreams. You are powerless, and this nightmare will never end.
I've been saying for a long time they needed to carry some posable dummies so you could decorate them in your old Halloween costumes or whatever manner you want. And they're finally doing it. They've got this posable dummy prop, and right next to it they've got Headless Jack. He's a pumpkin scarecrow style dummy that you set up. From Trick or Treat, they've got Sam, this little girl right next to Sam is the one we saw just a minute ago. They've got this sitting scarecrow as well, and unfortunately I can't seem to get him to activate, but I would assume he pops up when you try and take some candy. And check this guy out from Beetlejuice. If you remember, he stuck his hand in the back of his head and stretched the back of his skull out and then pulled on his nose to make his nose really long. And if you remember, his hands have eyeballs on them. How cool is that? You'll also find a couple of posable skeletons here as well, and these guys run $50. And over in this area, they have some hanging props, a hanging zombie. He looks pretty creepy. And this particular one is $50. They also have Sam from Trick or Treat. Unfortunately, he does not have any feet. And I think his outfit with the pajama-like Halloween costume is kind of what makes that character come to life. A couple other items, this guy here. And then we've got some rather generic stuff like Frankenstein and the devil and stuff like that. Something I did not see on display, nor have I seen before, is this hearse with the skeletons driving. It's really kind of cool looking, but unfortunately I have a feeling that this particular hearse is modeled after the Ghostbuster car from last year, and I heard a lot of people complaining about that Ghostbuster car, that it just wasn't powerful enough to stay inflated. A strong wind could bend it over and make it deflate. And this one runs $149. The animated skeleton that we saw earlier, his name is Grim, and he is quite expensive at $279. Something I haven't seen in a while are these inflatable tombstones. I have a few of these, different styles and colors and shapes. And then over here, a gargoyle. Unfortunately, it looks like the gargoyle is sitting on a stone. Even though it's a 5-foot gargoyle, that stone's probably half the height, so that's 2.5 feet of a random round black inflatable. So you're really only getting a 2.5-foot inflatable for about $40. Not really worth it on this one, unfortunately. The gargoyles I have, much cooler, and you'll see those later in the video. This 6-foot inflatable skull looks pretty decent. 6 feet is a good height. It's about the average height of most people, so that would probably scare a few kids. And right next to it, an inflatable light-up skeleton. One other thing that Spirit's starting to do is they're starting to sell the mechanics to make your own props. This one is a swinging mechanism. Below is a hand grabber mechanism. And up over here is a dropping mechanism, all to make your own props. They also have power adapters and a multi-prop remote system. Not exactly sure if this is only to function with their props or if this will work with any of these devices. And they also have the stepping pads, and you know what those do. And over in this section, they have a ton of styrofoam tombstones. And for a long time, I would usually buy one of these every year to add to my collection. But it got to be a chore storing all of them, and I stopped at 20 tombstones. That's right, I own 20 of these guys, and I fill up the front yard. And when I got to 20, I said that was enough. Over here, a creepy doll in a box, Sinister Spirit doll. And if you don't like dolls and would rather have a baby, here's a creepy baby. And they even have a zombie baby. Another thing that I did not see is these vintage Halloween masks. They've got the cat, and they've got an ape, and of course a skull. And then further down below, we have a devil and a Frankenstein monster. Killer Clown line. They have costumes, they have t-shirts, they have hats, and over here they have the masks. How cool is that? This entire section is dedicated to Beetlejuice. They have Beetlejuice everything over here, starting with Beetlejuice Monopoly. And right below that, there's a wreath, a Beetlejuice wreath. And then down below that, we've got some coffee cups and some glasses and some plastic cups And below that, some tumblers. Right next to it, we've got some various signs and banners. There's a Beetlejuice throw, so you can stay warm with Beetlejuice. And then they have two different masks. This one here is only a half mask. It's only the front side. And then they have this one here. It's a little more realistic looking with the various colors, and it's both front and back. Over here we have a miniature Beetlejuice statue, and he has a little LED light that lights him up. A puzzle, a tombstone, and then over in this area, some signage. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Uh-oh. And then down at the bottom, we've got a stuffed animal of the Beetlejuice sandworm. How about this sign? Right over here is a doghouse. It says Bubba. Let's see if Bubba's in the... There he is. Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise over in this area. We got Oogie Boogie and Jack. And I've got some various wall hangings as well. There's Jack and Sally there. Coffee mugs. And down here at the bottom, they even have Zero. And I almost missed it, but they have a Disney Haunted Mansion frame. And it looks like it lights up. Let's take a look. Well, it just has a couple of blinking lights. But still, it is the Haunted Mansion. And maybe I should have looked a little bit better, because up here there's a fleece throw, and it's Madame Leota from the Haunted Mansion. And just down below that, they have these cool decals. And over here, some Haunted Mansion keychains featuring, I think, some of the figures from the stretching room. And right here, a Madame Leota box of some sort, maybe a jewelry box. I was hoping this was a snow shaker, a snow globe, but it's just a glass ball over the head, and it is a box, and they've got it rubber banded so it doesn't get broken or come apart. Now they do have some small, very small snow shakers with Madame Leota right here. An authentic replica of one of the tombstones from the Haunted Mansion. And it says, "Here lies good old Fred. A great big rock fell on his head, R.I.P." And below that, some Haunted Mansion stencils, so you can carve your pumpkins with the Haunted Mansion logo, or Madame Leota, or the ghosts, or even that cool little pattern that lines the wallpaper in the Haunted Mansion. And below that, some glasses. And then something that really caught my eye is this cool little book that says the Haunted Mansion. And this one is a journal. It's $14.99. Kind of cool looking though. It's got this placard on the front of the book. Very cool looking, very old looking. Might look cool in your bookshelf. And one other thing I thought I'd point out today, I'm wearing my Haunted Mansion shirt. A few days later, I headed over to our second stop, Halloween City. And for some reason, I think this used to be called Halloween USA, and they changed the name. Well, upon entering Halloween City, one of the first things I see is this sand snake from Beetlejuice. And a look at his tongue, it's moving around. How cool is this? It's huge. It probably stands about 10 feet tall. Pretty big inflatable, if you ask me. The theme for Halloween City this year is Kilgore Castle. And if you look right here, check this guy out. Most of their props are motion sensitive.
There you are. You should have known that I always find you. Whether you are a king or a peasant, your final dance is with me.
And right next to him, check this out. And over in this corner, they feature several cardboard cutouts from some of your favorite horror movie characters, like Freddy and Chucky. Plenty of body parts over in the butcher shop area. Do you need a hand with anything? You can probably get one here, but it'll cost you an arm and a leg. They've got a whole section of various sized styrofoam tombstones. And right next to that, a whole section of various black lighting and all kinds of different lights. One of my favorite things to decorate with are these scene setters, and they have them here. I did not see these over at Spirit. They've got the stone wall, carnival stripes, and even that door frame with the skulls. Very cool. And if you're looking to give it that haunted mansion look, they've even got that as well. And if you're throwing a Halloween party, these would be a must-have. Check out these plates. And they have napkins. And they even have larger plates. And they have tablecloths as well. And some cups down here. Of course, at Halloween USA, you'll find tons of costumes. They have costumes for everything, including the Ghostbusters. You can even dress up as Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They have plenty of posable skeletons here, and they're just $34.99. So I just came across these skeleton hands that are perfect for your front yard cemetery. And I think I'm going to buy these because it's the only one here. There's only 3 in the bag, but it's $10. That's not bad. They're very realistic looking. And that'll give me 3 spots to put these in my cemetery. Well, it was nice to see Halloween City back because they didn't have a store near us in 2020, and I did end up picking up a few items while I was there. Now, I promised you guys I would show you a little bit of footage from my previous haunts here at my home, and I'm going to do that right now, but I want to let you know that these were recorded with a lower quality camera, so the video isn't as good as what you see here today, and it's kind of a little bit dark. But don't worry, I'll narrate along with the video to let you guys know what I did to make these various things and what went into making these scenes that you're going to see. Alright guys, well the first thing you're going to notice is that this video was filmed back in 2018. And next, probably the purple LED lights that light up the front of my house. And then of course, the graveyard. The cemetery fencing that you see is made with PVC tubing and a 1x2 at the top and the bottom screwed into the PVC tubing, and they're staggered heights. After that, I painted each section with flat black spray paint. These are the tombstones that I mentioned in the video. I've got 20 of them out here. I have wooden stakes that anchor into the ground about 8 inches or so, and then they're attached to the back of the tombstones with either Velcro or screws. Another thing I did was to give some of these tombstones a creature crawling out from the grave below. I also forgot to mention the inflatable gargoyles. This one actually turns his head back and forth every few seconds. And now we'll head up the driveway and I'll show you what's at my front door. This fire pit keeps me warm on those cold Michigan Halloween nights. And this inflatable is huge. It came from Costco many years ago and creates a very grand entrance. We've got the dragon over here, and over here the talking pumpkins, a trick-or-treater favorite. It's done with a projector and some styrofoam pumpkins. This electrocuted skeleton scene has come together over many years. The chair is a cardboard prop from Spirit Halloween. The electrical box came from Walmart. The skull cap came from At Home. And the blinking lights came from Big Lots. I picked up this scarecrow at Big Lots several years ago, and the pumpkins came from Kmart the year they went out of business. The witch in this next scene is another projector effect from Atmos Effects.
Cursed spirits! What a waste of a spell! You! What are you looking at? Away with your stares! Look away! Look away!
Well guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to click on that compass so you can stay subscribed to future videos just like this one. And remember, adventure is just a short drive away.